High fashion, fashion. Where'd it go, Rob? Where'd it go? I don't know. High fashion, but I like it. Now I fight back. That's alright, kid.
Okay, so I just checked out Jordan Peele's new movie, Us, and there is a lot we gotta talk about. In fact, let me get comfortable because this is about to get real. Let me just express my excitement when it comes to an African American writer, producer, and director creating a psychological thriller. Jordan Peele has definitely created a lane all his own. Even taking Jordan out of the director's seat and the visionary seat, being the producer, which means that you have a lot of say in terms of the collaborative team, right? From vision to sound to, costume, you have input because you putting in that money. Okay. The fact that Jordan brought together such a dynamic team that brought it visually, audibly, just all cylinders, he really hit with this movie, and I appreciate that. Now, with me saying that, let me not, bypass the fact that I do not recommend that you pay money to see this movie. I feel bad saying it because I'm a huge Jordan Peele fan. His work it's amazing, but I personally don't think it should have been made for theaters. I think that it would have held its own on Netflix, honestly, or a streaming network. It's a great movie, but I think it would have just been a dope film to premiere, like I said, on a streaming network with a group of friends sitting in the living room, just comfortable, just chilling. And after it goes off, now we have some wine, now we discuss it in-house. The casting of Us was wonderful. I appreciated Lupita. I mean, watching her on screen, and I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest fan of her acting, but who am I? Even aside from that, she brought it. I mean, I had to admit she went into a deeper level than I think I've ever seen her acting-wise. I think she has broken down a wall for African American, dark skin, natural hair actresses and performers and entertainers where we can hold our own because Lupita is holding her own. Usually when you hear Meryl Streep, then you might think of like a Nicole Kidman and like a Reese Witherspoon. You can't really say Nicole Kidman stands on her own because there's another actress behind her and another actress behind her. But right now, our wonderful African American actresses are holding their own. There is no other Regina King, or there is no other Lupita Nyong'o. It was incredible seeing beautiful chocolate skin penetrating the screen. I was so excited from that alone. I'm not gonna lie. African American movies last couple of decades, haven't been the best. But then Girls Trip came out, blew my top off. I was like, ooh, where you been at, okay? And then movies ever since then, written, produced, directed by our people, have been celebrated in theaters. And so moving back to my point with Us, it is definitely a movie worth watching. I just don't necessarily think it was a movie worth spending money in the theaters. I think it's a conversational piece to be had in home. And I'd say you can't watch it in the theater and then come back to the home, but I think it just sets the tone. And I think it's one of those films where justice would have been done by putting it on a streaming network because there's a lot of pause, what just happened moments. I say that because I just left the theater, like literally maybe 15 minutes ago after watching it. And it was a sea of my people, right? Which was beautiful. And this was the first time I think as an adult that I experienced what we do in a movie, right? We talk through it. We're trying to understand it together as a community, as a culture. So we're talking through it. There's a lot of points and a lot of moments where it should have had pause hit, the pause button hit and a discussion and then going back to the movie. I loved it. I don't think it was for theaters. I definitely suggest you watch it in whatever form you can. Overall, it was a wonderful film, and I'm so grateful to Universal Studios for inviting me out to this event. I'm honored to have been able to step in, one of the first few in Arizona to kind of take a look at this marvelous work. Go check out the film if you haven't already. Let me know what you think. Leave comments at the bottom. This is Shonda Royal with another Royal Review, and I'm gonna get my butt into bed. All right, bye guys.